Okay, yeah. So sorry about that, but we got audio now. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright. This time.
Second time's the charm.
滅びるようにデザインされている。生
Isn't
と
it?
死を繰り返す螺旋に私たちは囚われ続けている。これはね、それとも罰か。不可解なパズルを渡した神に。
Oh, don't crash. Hang in there, game.
いつか
Oh, there
私
we
たち
go.
は弓を引くのだ。
Alright, so yeah, we get to do the opening nothing sequence again.
こちら 2B 前期無事に成層圏を突破。自動航行システムに問題なし。こちらオペレーター6層前期反応確認しました。現在対目標50キロ地点を通過。
So yeah, we just have to listen to them talk for a while, then auto scroller for about 2 to 3 minutes, and then the game really begins.
12H ロスト前期マニュアルモード起動。目視で回避。
すでに起動。移動操作可能。
Alright, so yeah, the Angles is going to be firing massive lasers that we intentionally run into, just so we can clear out the large and medium recoveries. Oh yeah, that's all good.
前方に敵機確認。
火器使用を申請。火器使用の許可をします。 セブリロスト。 1D ロスト。規定により冬季 2B が隊長任務を継
Alright,
承。
so yeah, now the flight suit's going to transform into the... Oh no, not yet. Still more of this snot thing. You just kill things with heavy attack because it's absolutely busted.
周囲に敵機多数確認。機動形態への許可を申請。機動形態への移行を許可します。
So yeah, now we swap into mobile configuration and we gain slightly better movement. Very, very slightly.
隊長、私。
Just using one of those recoveries.
2B よりオペレーター6を冬季以外の機体は全てロストした。作戦の遂行に支障が予想される。
Slightly more auto scroller, just,
オペレーターより
and then we finally get into the actual game,
地形情報を入手してください。了解。
which, yeah, it's very fun once the actual game starts. So he's going to bonk on something here, just to clear out that last recovery, and then abuse the infinite iframes that Dodge seems to have. Clear out the normal robot guys. Alright. Last ditch of the auto scroller. Now, the digit spinner, of course. Oh, that was lucky. Normally he was going to fly off there and I would have lost like 5 to 10 seconds. But luckily he, for some reason, stayed around. Alright, oops, put the weapons swap. So most of the combat in this is done with damage glitches and taunting. I'll explain what damage glitches are a bit more later on when I can show it better. But it's mainly about cancelling one attack and inputting another one. And taunting is just spamming your flashlight at enemies. It kills enemies very quickly. Alright, now we're coming up to the first mini-boss or boss, I guess. Which is like a crane arm. I can't even remember the name of this thing. We apply buffs here, distractor damage, and then we start doing the damage glitch, which as you can see does a decent chunk of damage to the boss. When I'm not being bodied into a corner. Alright. So that's Marks? Oh yeah, Marks, that's his name. That's him down. And now we gain proper, slightly open movement. And the first thing we do is clip out of bounds. Oh, game. Oh, we're still alive. And then we just go over here, which skips a massive section of the game, of the tutorial. And we're already up to the Siley section. So now we hopefully clear out these slightly efficiently. And then, yeah, there's about 3 waves of enemies here. Some annoying flying guys, and lots of generic dudes, subbies. So, yeah, we just clear out these guys. And then we come up to Bridge Flip, which is the first decent skip in the round. Alright, that's the first part of it done. Now we just jump over here, and we are in the factory. Now we clip out in the factory to avoid going down the intentional path. Then we just clip through there because why have walls? Just play it safe here. And now we are at the end of the factory. And just once again, killing more dudes in silos. So yeah, you can tell when an enemy's taunted when they start glowing red and steaming. Apparently that's a good sign that someone's angry. That was not that laser. So yeah, just killing things top down, which is a bit awkward, but it is what it is. That was a very, very terrible laser, but it's all good. Alright, and now we start heading to angles. Now I'm going to attempt a very small time save here. I think I bugged it, yep. Alright, let's just pretend that never happened. And we'll just move on intentionally. You'll notice me dashing around everywhere. That's because at the current time, dashing is the fastest form of movement. More so with long strides than the shorter ones, because spamming shorter dashes just doesn't work very well. So yeah, so now we're coming up to Marks 2, which is basically the same crane thing from before.
いやどうかな
There we go.
強力なジャミングを探知遠距離通信
So once again, we just put down a damage bleed. The second one wasn't quite as good. That was not. Alright. So the trick here is just get it to about half health, which is where it is currently. Oh, I should also clarify that this is on normal. So yeah. So yeah, and now Engels starts. Now he's a plague to most runs because in the start of his second phase, the attack he does is random and can lose up to 20 seconds. So hopefully we get a good pattern. But it should be fine regardless. Engels, not much to say really. He's just a big guy with a really slow and annoying attack. Oh yeah, here's a good chance for the damage glitch. You'll see that when I attack, I get like a spinning sword. That spinning sword is basically, it has about 5 times the regular damage it's supposed to have because we cancel it with a dash. So when it shoots out, it comes out as like a normal attack rather than a yeah, it does that, yeah. About 4 to 5 times the damage it's supposed to. And we got bad luck, so he goes 20 seconds. But that's just how it is. And now that he's lost his health bar, that shows that he's actually lost all his health for the current phase. So it's just a lot of waiting while he finishes off his attack. And he just does his thing. But yeah. So I'll show off the damage a bit more. But yeah. So now we just run away from him. And I went a bit too far. But yeah, it is possible to clip out there and just chill on the pipe for the rest of this because it doesn't affect anything regardless. So, oops. But yeah. We just get to continue on. See if I can get it here. Yeah, here we go. Alright, we are out of bounds again because this game is very, very busted. So we'll just chill out of bounds, do whatever we want. So yep, that's what we were waiting for, basically for this cutscene to start. Now we head up to the top of Engels to go get 9S. Here's what we do, a double lift, where you do the lift animation twice instead of just the once. And then you just skip running around the Engels for about 20-40 seconds or so. Once again, just a bit more combat on stubbies. Whoops. Good old stubbies doing that spinny arm. Yep, skip that. Now we're back to Engels. So here we just stick to his top right arm, or the top of his right shoulder, I guess, because that manipulates his attack slightly. But yeah, it's basically a scripted sequence. So lots of
言葉を喋ってる。
free time in
機
prologue.
械生命体にそんな知性が。
Thank you.
機体の脆弱性を発見しました。 今から
So yeah,
援護のために
just load your
ハッ
stuff,
キングします。
wait for the dialogue to finish.
敵機体の上腕部のコントロールをポットを使って制御を取れるはず。
いいから黙って。
So yeah, I'm just spamming quad fire and the heavy that's in the mobile mode. Like you can do that with just shooting and it doesn't really affect anything, but you've got nothing else to do, so why not?
完了。弱点部分を
Now
マー
with
ク
this
しまし
laser here, you don't actually have to move at all. For some reason, gravity just bends itself to your wheel there. Oops, I need to pause that.
了解。敵サブユニ
And
ットの侵
you just go to the
挙動
side of
成
it,
分変
which
更
is
終
handy.
了。姿勢制御バーニアコントロール。敵兵器の従属化を完了。
And now we finish him off by just animation cancelling the overhead. So we just smash him a few times and we're good. We are out of prologue. So yes, some cutscenes and now we're in the bunker. We jump there to avoid 2B's slow walking animation towards 9S. And we just mash through dialogue. We go no for that. No for that as well. And then there's more cutscenes to skip through and loading screens. So yes, loading screen into cutscene into loading screen. A very good combo. Now there's just text mashing with basically doing settings because you're rebooting 2B.
これで問題。はい。
So we just go through this.
僕が OK セット。おはようございます。
So yes, now we have just more dialogue to mash through, and yeah, then we see the commander, then we
しこれ
leave
で
as soon as possible.
しで
So yes,
9SK
just mashing through text.
おしるび
Oops.
データをセーブ
So
する
yeah,
のはアクセスポイ
now
ントに
that
近い場
I've
所じゃない
lost the
とできません。
longsword due
近距離
to
マップで確認して
the events of the end of prologue, the fastest form of movement is dash punching, which is, as it sounds, you dash and then you punch. The punch animation is really quick. Oops. I have the right weapons to attack. There we go.
地上ってことは飛行ユニットで移動ですね。格納庫に
Do
行きま
this
しょう。
really jank
飛
looking
行ユニッ
movement
トの運用コストは
until
高い
we
から
get
あんまり使わせてもらえないん
the
ですよ
sword
ね。
upgrade, and then we
もっ
turn
と
it into
安い
dash
機体を
swinging.
生産すればい
But
いの
yeah,
に
until
な。
then we do a really silly looking punch thing. So yes, another shmup sequence in the flight suit,
どうして
which goes
2B
for
のよう
about
な戦闘モデルがちょっと
another 2-3 minutes, I guess.
現地調査なら僕たちスキャナーモ
But
デルだけで十分なの
now
に。
because we unlocked the pod program, which was the laser, we've got missiles, so it helps make certain parts of it much quicker than it would be otherwise.
2B さん、今回から新装備が搭載されています。
But yeah,
使用方法を表
most
示し
of
ま
it's
すの
once
で
again
確認
just
してくださ
going
い。
around and using heavy because it just instantly destroys everything it touches. And now, again, these guys, with these missiles on that, and they'll just smack this one. and then we enter the main area, which is where, well, the majority of the game takes place. So yeah, this is where the game normally opens up when you're playing casually. Lots of different things to explore. But yeah, once again, lots of things that we can do to get out of bounds and skip sections, but a lot of what we do is we just have to hit mandatory triggers. So I didn't quite get that there, but that's all good. So yes, we just enter city ruins. Dash down here, or plunge down here, and then we make our way to the resistance camp. Now, I do some camera, some camera manipulation because 2B likes locking onto enemies because, well, normally when you're attacking, when you're moving, it's to actually hit something. So yeah, just head into the resistance camp. Skip that. We pick up a recovery here because it doesn't lose any time and may as well have extra safety just in case. We just mash through. Accept these guys first because they're a part of the main story, so sort of have to do them. So yeah, just mashing. We don't get the third person there just yet because it's quicker to get them on the way back because of the different text boxes and dialogue stuff that's happening at the same time. It doesn't actually let us interact with it. So, ooh. Bit of interesting loading there. All good. We just jump over here. So yeah, we have to collect 4 items for one of the traders, and we have to kill some robots for more items. So this is just a lot of running around, nothing particularly fancy. So yeah, just a bit of mass movement over barricades and stuff, and then that's why I grabbed the recovery. Then yeah, we just kill these guys and hope that they drop all the items that we need. There's 1, 2, and there's 1 more. Oh yeah, there we go. Alrighty. So now we just head back to Resistance Camp and turn everything in. And that's this is about to be where the run picks up again with more skips and clips. A lot of this is just standard movement. So yeah, we pick this person up here. Just turn things in, and we get the sword upgrade as well here, because that not only increases our damage but our movement speed as well, because now we can do dash swinging, which I will show that off in a moment. Alright, cool. Almost forgot to talk to Anemone. So now we get the quest to head to the desert. So yeah. This is dash swinging, an advanced form of punching. So yeah, we just cancel, at the end of the dash we just do a heavy, which then causes the spin, which gets us a tiny bit more speed. Ooh, there we go. So yeah, we just do this for the rest of the movement. Well, until we get the spear, but that's not for a while yet. Or at least until I attempt to get the spear. just movement to the desert. Facing the camera away from the enemies. And then we do our first shopping trip as well, which I'll just have to remember what I actually need to buy, but it should be fine. Alright, so yes, we just talked to this guy, one of them, 20 of them, oop. 10 of them, 10 of them, well 11. 11 of each of those. Oh, wait. And then we get the satchel and a bait. Because we're gonna ride animals later. We grab this and save. And we flip out of bounds. Because why stay in bounds? So now we just head to the gate. Rather than walking around, because the direct path is much better than anywhere else. Oh, more loading. We just go over this stuff. And now the desert barricade here, we just clip out of bounds again, because why stay in bounds? Now I'm going to go for a strat here where I skip a cutscene later on, so I just hug the boundaries here until I hit a mandatory trigger, which should be about here somewhere. Yep. Then we head over this way and just pop back in over here. Now that skips a cutscene and some dialogue that we don't really need to listen to, so let's. As long as we hit the trigger, everything's fine. So yeah, we head over this way now to go get the second pod. This is the opposite direction of the goal, but because of how much time the pod saves, it's worth getting. So now we just sand slide and dash to our next objective. So yeah, just some nice desert, or hopefully desert movement without a crash or anything there. So you just gain some speed with the slide. And then we have this guy who you can attack, or you can just run to the end and he jumps away anyway. 9S is annoying him and I can't see what he's doing there. Oh. And what I did there was stupid rock, where you just slide along a rock to get closer to this guy from during the cutscene, essentially. And then we just follow him over here into the apartments. So, yep, back to more desert movement. We just slide to save some time, and we get ready to go back out of bounds again. There we go, we just clip out there. Then we slide up through the void here. And then we enter this really weird and patchy zone, which has lots of flaws. And we just plunge over here. Once again, we just have to hit some triggers so that the pit loads and with the atom fight. So now we do a distance over here. I bulked it up a bit, so we'll just temporarily void out, which is fine because it replaces you back where you last were touching solid ground. So we'll just pop in over here. Oh, got flushed up again, but it's still fine. Can't quite remember where you're supposed to naturally come back in. So we'll just do the natural move, or this movement again. There we go. Now I hold in self-destruct there because you fall faster with self-destruct on. And now this is the robot orgy. So they're just all having a good time and we come through and kill them. Because we can, I guess. So yeah, we just kill these guys until this guy spawns. So once we kill this guy, it sets off a timer before the next cutscene plays. So now we just freely kill things for XP and potential chip drops, which will come into play much later. So yeah, here just going around doing the damage glitch on the enemies with spawn. Just killing as much as I can safely. And now, because English is faster, there's normally an audio cue that I have here, but now I'm just going to have to sort of wing it. I failed the wing, but that's all good. So this is Adam. He's a naked man. Here I'm going to equip the short sword to both weapon sets so that I can do the double damage loop, which is where one sword is out and spinning and attacking, we swap to the other weapon set and then send out a second sword, so basically doubling the DPS output. And buffs as well. Yep. Alright, and now he's going to go into his range phase. Where we just laser him a few times. And yeah. So once again, once the health bar depletes, you know that you've completed a phase. So now he's back on the ground here. So we just try to annihilate his HP as quickly as possible. Yep. Alright, we get a level up. More cutscenes. And now we've fulfilled all the requirements that we have to do in the desert. So we just head on our way out. Get a juicy Steam achievement. So yeah, now we just head back up. Up ahead's a block that I'm going to use to clip out of bounds once again. And from that out of bounds, I then try to interact with a save point, so I can then quick load and it teleports me to that save point, which avoids a lot of dialogue. Here now we just try to squeeze through this hole. Two booties a bit too big apparently, there we go. Now we just go through here, jump up here, and we hit the save point. So now we just quickly save, and we load. So that skips like a 2-minute dialogue sequence with the commander, and it also puts us closer to our next objective, so it's a very good time save. So yes, now we are off to the amusement park. Make sure I go continue fighting there. So yes, now let's once again just dash swing to the next area.
のデータの転送が完了しました。
了解です。
別件ですが、司令官から 2B、9S 両名へのメッセージがあります。再生し
Yeah.
ます。
If there's any donations or
地
anything,
上に向
now's
か
a
って
pretty
いる
good
ヨルハ部
time.
隊の数機が連絡を絶った。現在もブラックボックス信号が確認されていることから
If not, that's fine too.
死亡はしていないと推定される。信号の発信されているポイントを絞り込んだので、地上に滞在中のヨルハ部隊員には本件の調査を命ずる。
So yeah, just heading
以
over
上
to
で
the
通
amusement park.
信を終了します。
そういえばレジスタンスキャンプでも同じような話を聞いた。
地上からのルートは封鎖されてい
Just
る
plunge down the hole because it's much
砂漠
faster.
にいた機械生命体
I'll just
見
turn the
た目
light
は
on
完全にア
just
ンド
so
ロ
we
イド
can
と
see
同
a
じで
bit.
したね。
確かに
僕らアンドロイドは想像したる人間の姿を模して作られてるけど、
We pop
機
up
械
here.
生命体はどうして僕らの姿を真似するんでしょうか。
考えてもわからないことに時間を割くの
So coming up's another double lift, and we use this one to jump over a cutscene trigger. Oh, interesting ways again. Oh, didn't quite get the lift there. Let's try it again. There we go. We just do that. We jump over the trigger itself, so we don't have to worry about the cutscene. So yeah,
なんていうか
once again,
異様な
going to
雰
be
囲気
going
で
out
す
of bounds a lot here, and potentially soft locking too if I stuff up some of these parts. Hopefully we avoid that, but it should be fine. So we clip through here because why have walls? And we go over here, break through some stuff that shouldn't be existing. Climb up this building here. Go over here onto the railway tracks. Hit a mandatory trigger over there. And now we be careful. Hit that trigger, which brings the roller coaster. Oh, that's not good. How do I fix this one? Just give me a sec. It's just... Alright, I'm gonna just sorry about this, but I'm gonna quickly reload to the thing because I just soft locked because I didn't quite get that. Whoops. So I'm gonna go for a safer route where I don't do the coaster clip. Because yeah, we do that to then go get the spear so that we can do spear dashing for movement. But because I goofed that, we'll just do the sword route.
さ一度レジ了解
Continue fighting. So yeah, we have to do the movement back to the amusement park again. Sorry about that.
オペレーターより 9S、 先ほどのデータの転送が完了しました。
了解です。
別件ですが、司令官から 2B、9S 両名へのメッセージがあります。再生します。地上に向かっているヨルハ部隊の数機が連絡を絶った。現在もブラックボックス信号が確認されていることから、死亡はしていないと推定される。信号の発信されているポイントを絞り込んだので、地上に滞在中のヨルハ部隊員には本件の調査を命ずる。以上で通信を終了します。
そういえばレジスタンスキャンプでも同じような話を聞いた。
地上からのルートは封鎖されてねえ
Glad I got the plunges there.
砂漠にいた
Those
機
are
械
a lot
生
more
命
annoying to
体
do than
見た目
they
は完
look.
全にアンドロイドと同じでしたね。
確かに
僕らアンドロイドは想像した人
So
間の姿を
with the
模して
variants
作ら
of
れ
the
てるけ
trick,
ど、機械
most
生
of the
命体
setup's the
は
same. So
どうして僕らの
we clip
姿を
through
真
the
似する
same
んでしょう
spot
か。
and then do
考
the
えてもわからないことに時間を割くのもんだ。
そうですね。
over the void. But instead of going onto the roller coaster tracks, we just hit triggers a bit more as they were intended to be hit, I guess. So once again, just jumping over the cutscene trigger.
これは
なんていうか異様な雰囲気ですね。
The reason I wasn't dash swinging there is because 2B loves locking onto the clowns. Whoa, camera, there we go. Oh, let's stop that. Stop a bit. Let's try it again. Alright, so We do a triple pod swing to get over the gap. Jump and dash through this all again. And now here is where the change is. We go through more objects and pop out here. There we go. We hit the mandatory trigger, and then we flip back in. And, yep, alright. We're good.
害がないなら戦うのは時間の無駄。
No more soft lock. Alright.
何これ。
配当
So now we ride the coaster.
人類が建造した遊具
This enables us to get extra XP because,
スリルを体感する
well,
絶叫
the
マ
coaster
シ
skip
ン
didn't work, so we may as well get the extra XP.
人間って変な生き物なんだな。
But you know, just nonchalantly chilling on a roller
ところ
coaster.
で 2B
何
僕のことをよく知る親しい
So
人
yeah,
が
and
僕
just
のことを何
taunting
って呼ぶん
the
です
air enemies.
そう
そろそろ 2B どうですか
何
だから
And then after this, basically auto scroller sequence, we come into a boss fight, like Atomos of the Desert. We get the Bobor, I think that's how it's pronounced. And yeah, she has a lot of interesting and fun phases. Hopefully I don't get hacking too much, or get hacked too much. So there I just jumped off screen because it saves the small amount of time with the animation of her going up. So yes. This is Bobor, a robot that just wants to be pretty.
こ
With
んな
just
形の
5
機械
buffs.
生命体記録にありません
Did the double damage glitch again. Didn't quite. Alright, now once again, because she's lost her health bar, no extra damage really does anything in this phase. There's so many mandatory triggers in everything. Now we just wait for her to go on stage, and then we get hacked. This is just a fun little shooter game.
敵からのハッキングです電脳内でダメージを受けると機体に不具合が生じるから気をつけて
And there we go. So now it's the next phase where we
ア
kill
ンド
some
ロイドの死体
robots
を
that are
再
hanging
利用して
around.
攻撃してきてる
Now all of these have a
ブラックボ
similar
ックス
hacking
信号が
attack,
確認されています
and it gives you like a fraction to actually dodge the attack. So hopefully I don't get hacked too much here because each hack's time lost. But yeah, sometimes the reactions that you need are just bizarre. But oh, there we go. Only one hack,
僕
not
は相
bad.
手に逆ハッキングを仕掛けます
Just buff again.
援護してください
Buff.
了解
Get taunt on. Fix the camera so it looks nicer. Alright. We get to down to this phase where she just spawns a couple more things. Now you can ignore these guys and just wait for her to change, but there's nothing else to do, so you may as well. So now we just finish her off here.
敵のジガネータに飽和攻撃
Alright, and now we self-destruct.
記憶より重大な残
Which means that now we get to see Tubruti.
助けてくれて
おいい
So
ダメです
you just
敵
interact
のし
with that.
ねえ
Come out
2B
here.
何
あの機械生命体
So yeah, you're just gonna have to deal with the grey and the flashy bits for a
機
while
械生命体に意識なんかない、
um,
そう言ったのはあなた
because it's setting up for a death warp later on. So
せ
Yes, hopefully I don't get hit by a stray anything because that's instant death. Now this guy wants us to go to his village. It really doesn't matter what we pick because it goes there, tells you to go there anyway. So we'll just head through. That guy's got to be careful. If he gets too close to me, he's going to get smacked and get killed. Oh, no, he got lucky. There we go. So yes, you just dash swing over to Pascal's village. Oh, there he goes.
それを作った宇宙人はバンカーを直接攻撃しないんだろう。もともと宇宙から来てるはずなの。
Movement to the left.
その原因についてはいろんな議論がされているんですけど、結論は出てないんですよね。宇宙人の考えることはよくわからないです。
And now we are at Pascal's village. So what we do here is just grab the teleporter and talk to
戦う
Pascal.
意志がないってことでしょうか。
We'll save, because why not? So yeah, we just tech smash, get the fuel filter, and then we leave. Because that's all we came for. So up ahead's another block like what we had in the desert. This one we don't really need to do anything for. We just
その箱を動かせば
climb
ハイ
straight
パト
through
に
it.
出られます。
オペレーター6をより
And now we look around for an animal that's hopefully kind to us.
こちら
Come on, piggy. Alright, there we go. It's good that I got the pig because that's the fastest one. We do these amazing jump strats, which is the fastest animal movement.
これからどうやって
Looks very dumb, but it is fast. Meanwhile, 6-0's complaining about everything.
聞かれても
もうバンカーにいられないで
それは困る。
So,
作戦に支障があるから。
yep, just pig hopping back to the resistance camp.
す 2B さんは私を必要としてくれるんですか？
B 型戦同モデルには
Alright.
オペレーターのサポートが必要不可欠だから
2B さん
以上
So now we
通
just
信終了
wait for this. Go there, get the item. And then we get the kind boar that took us all this way over here. If he's around still. Where'd he go? There he is. And we get him to kill us.
私たち
come
が
on.
平和を愛していることを
Hit me. There we
口
go.
だけならいくらでも言える。機械には。
Now we just continue on. And that teleports us back to Pascal's village. Just nice fast way back. Oh yeah, that's good, yeah.
いかがでしょうか？
勝手に通信してきた。
私たちが平和を愛
We
している
have we have a few donations. We've had for a while. Sorry. We've got $1.69 from Anthony Darling, who says, "Gotta go fast. Good luck, Kitty Pie XD." Anonymous donates $1.80 and says, "Hey, it's
バンカーへ緊急連絡 2B さん廃墟都市地帯に敵大型兵器の出
it's
現を確認しま
Automata,
した
not
の機械生命体活動が多数あります
Oh.
全ヨルハ部隊は急激に急行してください
I'm not quite sure how to say that. Donating from
こ
America."
いつら僕らを罠にかけようとして。
And Drazard
私たち
Hazard
もその情報
gave
を知りませんでした
$1.69 and
司令部
says
から
the entire Arno Bay PC gaming community is watching. No pressure, CloneofShade.
向かいましょう。
分かった
Hey, thank you for the donate. So I'm just going to pick up a safety transporter here, just because I have had my game crash a lot in this part. So I'll just get that for safety. So now that Angleton invaded the city, so we have to go do battle with them, which is just a lot more movement through buildings.
大型兵器の足元は危ないですね。どこか別のルートを探した方がいい気がします。
So yeah. When we do get to the rooftop fight, there is a skip that we do to avoid the fight entirely because the fight's slow. So there's two setups. I'll attempt both. Well, the first one fails. The first one is we basically just jump through a gap, and sometimes we click because everything in this is clippable. And if that fails, then I just double lift, going off of a rock to yeah, jump over the barrier. So yeah, just block here. And I just didn't get the first one, so yeah, now we just jump over the boundary here, ignore the enemy, and we get enough light suit.
低空飛行で接近してください。了解。
He's still being cheeky, he's throwing punches anyway. So now we just have to kill the second one. We do a ranged attack up buff because missiles are really strong. So we just hug his armpit, just unload missiles into him, and he's instantly down. And another glorious loading screen. Alright, so now the City Ruins map has changed a lot because of the Engels attack. So movements are much more different now through the city. A lot of the areas are still the same like the street. But loading there again. But yeah, now we've got this massive sinkhole. So now we just plunge down it and self-destruct, or hold and self-destruct the, because it holds momentum as well. So it's just fast way down. And yeah, now we just go through these spooky dark tunnels. To go and fight Adam. There we go. So yeah, this is the main part of the run that actually loses time in Japanese because these people talk for a very, very long time. But it doesn't matter. So, preemptively get Spawn ready. And then double damage glitch. And we go to get a kill on him initially. I do not like this ground attack, it's killing me more often than not. Alright, good. So yeah, this is another good scene where you can see the swords just spinning and dealing absurd damage. Alright, so we kill him the first time there just for extra XP to get that level up there. Now we can clip out of bounds here from a counter. Oh, I didn't quite get it there. It doesn't really save or lose time, but it's just something to do while waiting for the scene to play out. Oh, there we go. Broken out.
やらせるわけない
Now, camera's gonna go a bit jank.
こんな奴らに惑わされちゃダメだ
Alright, now I'm on
じゃあ
there.
交渉は決裂というわけだ
Now we can go back out into the cave here,
君
because
こ
and just
こにい
kill
る
some
大
dudes.
切
Because if we kill Eve a second time, we don't actually get an additional level. But, oh well. Cutscene's over anyway.
エイリアンたちが
またこの道を戻るんですかめんどくさいですね
文句言わない。
トゥービーさん、こちらオペレーターの 6O です。廃墟都市の転送装置の配備と稼働を確認しました。他のポイントも
So
準備
now
中です。
we're about to gain
ようやく
access
転送装置が
to
使えるんですね
transporters,
転送装置
which,
地上に
as
5
the
分を
name
残
suggests,
したまま
enables us to transfer around between the different vending machines.
暗記転送
A small dialogue skip there by jumping on the ladder. So now we just save, teleport up to the bunker because we have to talk to the commander again. So yeah, once again back to not much because it's all story
以上
in
そう
relation to
君が特徴
Adam and Eve
司令官も本当に人使いが荒
and
い
the
ですよ
machines and
ね
aliens and
し
stuff.
かも行き先はまた廃墟都市ですか
So once this is over, we go back down
久しぶ
to
りだし
Pascal's village.
ちょっと休んでいきません 2B
気が向いたらね
So move down there, and this is where we do the second lot of shopping in the run, and we equip our chips. Now, what I want from the chips that might have just randomly dropped is we want a lot of crit. So crit is the best, attack up is the second best, and shockwave is the third. Hopefully, we had lots of crit. Oops.
シーク
So just more tech smashing. I'll grab this skill salve here because I'll use it later. And now shopping. I sell these, and these. And then I buy max of those, 40 of those, them, just lots of buffs, and then we equip chips. And from the looks of things, we didn't even get any attack ones, and I forgot to buy resilience. So this is going to be fun. Does this guy actually have any? If I can just get, that'll be useful. No. Alright, that's fine. We'll just chipless run. That's fine. So now here is mum skip, where we need to get a really precise double lift. There we go. Did we get it? Yep. Alright, cool. So that skips like a probably 5 to 10 second cutscene that we're forced to play out.
9S
And we're not allowed to have movement or anything during it.
そうなんですけど
So it saves a little bit of time.
でも仕事って大変ですよね
作戦に好き嫌いはない 9S あなたは感情を
So yes, now we
出しす
just
ぎ
head over to the
私
forest.
たちヨルハ部隊は感情を出すことは禁止されてるはず
そうは言ってここがパスカルの言ってた商業施設の廃墟みたいですね記録によるとデパートという場所だったみたいです
So we trigger this cutscene here, and now we can use 9S's dialogue
僕らも人間だったら
to
こんな
not
場
never
所で
mind.
楽しく買い物
We
をしてい
can
たんですかね
cancel this if we talk to him at the right time, because the two texts overlap, so it just prioritizes the
直上
menuing
に
one.
機械生命体反応多数
So yeah. Oops. He just
なんだよ森の王って
buffed and
気を
killed.
抜かないで。
なんかあいつ逃げ
The
てば
large
かり
attack,
ですね
the large attack buffs increase damage by a stupidly large amount. So that was Emil, a very weak character that was in the original Nier game as well, but nobody's played the original Nier game, so
この先が森のある地域みたいですね
yeah, it's pretty cool. And now we are in the forest. Now because we're in a new area once again, we're going to go through lots of unintentional and broken ways. So first we just head down here, ignoring all forms of mob
油断しない
combat,
でください
because these guys with the spears are just absolutely
ナ
ferocious.
イエス。
Oh, get more loading there. Now we just skip up here, which is normally like an exit point. And we just over here.
トゥビー
Because our goal is in that castle,
耳
so
を貸しちゃダメだ
we take the direct approach because it's fast.
あのお城にはどうやって行けばいいんでしょうね
Wow, scare. Just plunge over to the bridge. And then this is normally a spot where I have a lot of loading, so we'll see how this goes. There we go. Yep, we're fine. Just climb walls. Now I do an old strat for this. It's called Mario Kart because reasons I can't quite remember because it was a very, very long time ago. That was not correct. So basically I angle myself here to get a slide where I hit a respawn point on top of the castle drawbridge. Looks alright. Yep, that should be good. Yep, so yeah, we've respawned up here which saves us having to walk all the way around, which is really slow. And because this castle sequence is long and annoying, we skip the entire thing by using this tree to clip out of bounds. Whoop. If I can save this. Didn't save it. Alright, that's fine. We'll just pop back in bounds. There. Do that again. Gotta get the angle right. Come on, get through there. Oh, it was so easy the first time. There we go. So now we're up here and outside the castle. Now we can just use these windowsills to climb up to the top floor of the castle immediately, completely bypassing the entire castle sequence. Just gotta be careful because you can clip back in here, and it's been so long since I've actually clipped in, I don't remember the way up. So we kill those. We'll just save just in case A2 is mean. And now we approach one of the most annoying boss fights, but the best character in the game, which is A2. So yes, we meet the Forest King, which is a dead baby, essentially.
あれアンドロイドだよしかもあれは夜派タイプじゃないか
夜派特殊視点機体を確認破壊を推奨
破壊どうして
ナインエス行くよ
Yeah, alright. So, it's the standard deal from the other
バンカー
fights.
より 2B9S で
Given
指名
me a
手
pretty
配中
bad
である
pattern.
A2 のブラックボ
But
ックス信号
yeah,
をこち
so
らで
just
探知した
taunt,
お前たちの前にいるのは
damage glitch, and hope she gives me a nice attack back, which she's being a bit mean at the moment.
何体もの追撃部隊を破壊しているうかうかしていると殺されるの
Alright, cool. That's that done. And now, rather than following her out the intentional way, we do a double lift. This is probably the trickiest double lift that in the run. Oh, I didn't quite get the plunge there. So, get out of the way, 9S. Alright, let's just give this a couple more times. There we go. So yes, we use that to clip out back here. I figured that was going to happen, so we'll just jump over here, which despawns those guys. Well, despawns them for long enough to interact with the transporter. And then we head back to Pascal's village. Oh yeah, it's all good.
We have a couple more donations. Anonymous gave $54.06. Says unable to make AvCon this year, but I can help give Kyrie a voice. Okay, apparently this is Dark Mesh. And donation was for voice on for Sands of Destruction. And we also have a $2.76 donation from your housemates with message, "Gots the Atari," smiley face.
Alright, so coming up here is the Resistance City Flooded Cityscape. Resistance Camp Flooded Cityscape, sorry. Where we basically, once again, go out of bounds and then trigger a cutscene out of bounds, where we then void. It skips a lot of time, if I can get it right. So we go over here just to overwrite the dialogue. Just to save time because they talk for quite a while. Alright, and now we just jump into this little gap here, clip through the fence, and we're back out of bounds again. Now, gotta be careful here because the camera goes a bit jank. So we clip through here. Now, there we go, we hit the cutscene, and then we just void out. Which, because the last spot I touched the ground was up here, we void back up here. And almost stuffed that up, there we go. We plunge down this way. Double plunge, land in the water, and now we're in the flooded city, which skips a massive amount of time traveling. So once again, force combat sequence, so double damage glitch in taunt. You can also use pod slow-mo, but that's hard, so I haven't really practiced doing that much yet. But that is another combat thing you can add if you really want more buttons in your combat. So kill off the giant fidget spinner and then the little subbies. And then we come up to the best or worst part of the run, which is Grun. It's a glorious 20-minute auto-scroller, which is unfortunate. Hopefully it skips us down for this one day, but it's just how it is currently. 9S just running on the air there. So yeah, back in the flight suits, and we're in them for a very, very long time. If any donations or anything come in during this point at all, feel free to read them out, because there's not a whole lot to say for this part. But,
so it seems that we do not have any donations. So a reminder that all this year we're fundraising for Beyond Blue, which is making a difference in the lives of people in Australia. Sorry, I didn't really practice this. Making a difference in the lives of people in Australia affected by anxiety, depression, and suicide.
This is just much auto scroller. It does give us a decent amount of XP because of the sheer amount of enemies that we do kill. But yeah, it's a very boring section. But after this we get a lot of cool things again, so it's totally worth it. Upcoming soon is like a mini boss before the main Grunt event, I guess you could say. I can't remember its name. It's just a weird floating spaceship thing, which we just use buffs on and then missiles and heavy attacks. So yeah, that's whatever this thing is. Oh, Goliath Fire, there you go, it does have a name. And we spam heavy attacks against this thing. Recharge, spam that again, and down it goes. And now we meet Grunt. After the dialogue. There we go. So Grunt's a giant boat machine thing. There are a lot of story reasons for him, but I can't remember the specifics right now, and well, I don't really like seeing him because of this section.
EMP 攻撃で接近を防いでるのか。なんとか別の方法で攻撃しないと。
Lots of just talking and generic robot killing. There is an occasional glitch you can get here, but we didn't get it this time. When 9S just disappears, and he's off screen and he immediately annihilates every enemy that appears. I'm not quite sure what causes it to happen, but it's quite entertaining when it does. Like, you don't get any XP because he's killing them all, but it just means you can just AFK and you're all good. Because let's be real, this section you can basically go AFK anywhere.
巨大機械生命体は320年前に確認されたのが唯一の記録。上陸後に超強力電磁波攻撃を敢行。当時の戦闘では護衛部隊のレジスタンスが殲滅。上陸を阻止しなくては再び先が起きる。その推論を指示。
Upcoming are Grunt's cores. Which there are quick kills for them, which I will go for. Basically, we just kill them so they have to rotate as little as possible, because each time they rotate, we do lose time. So we want them to rotate as little as possible. So we just buff up. Oh, that was an unfortunate spin. Can't actually hit him with that like that. There we go. And we just missile the main core itself, and that drops reasonably quickly. And then back to more of the auto-scrolling after cutscenes.
衛星レーザー攻撃着弾します。
本体にも電磁波防壁があるのか。
You just see the flight suit's little arms pop up
苦
and
戦して
down.
いるようだな。夜派部隊。北部 12C 防衛本部から派遣された傭兵部隊だ。私は隊長の OB。ここは我々に任せろ。
So
トゥビ
now we're about to come up to
防衛部隊
the
に
gun
任せま
laser
しょう。
cannon.
僕に考えがあります。
Hopefully I get it in one
場所を
cycle,
ポイントしました。
but
そこで合流しましょう。
we'll see how it goes.
トゥビー、ここには沿岸防衛用の迎撃砲が敷設されています。あの怪獣も近距離からの物理砲弾なら EMP の影響を受けずにダメージを与えられるはずです。
了解。
So to start with you, we just
僕が
spam
照準を
to
アシス
shoot,
トします。
just to trigger the next one, set of
敵の
dialogue.
外壁がバーッ過ぎてこの砲弾じゃ
トゥビー、敵の内部に
So
直接
now we
攻
aim
撃をするん
inside
です
its mouth, and hopefully I can get the one cycle here.
そうか。
そうです。奴の口の中に砲弾を撃ち込んでやってください。
I think we got it. Yeah, we got the one cycle there, so that's nice. Saves us a little bit of time. And now Grunt enters his final form, which means more auto-scrollers.
あの巨大な機械生命体は過去に廃棄された兵器です。アンドロイド殲滅用として開発されたのですが、制御不能になってしまって、当時は私も機械生命体のネットワークに組み込まれていたから覚えているんですが、上陸した途端に
So
暴走し、
basically,
敵味方
for
関
this
係
last
なく
section
攻
we
撃を
have
始
two
め
more
た
cores that we eventually get to and
結局我
destroy.
々も暴走を止めることができなくて深海に投棄されたのですが再び上陸を試みているようですね。そうか。
トゥビー、ちょっと思いついたことがあります。ここで怪獣を食い止めておいてください。頼みましたよ。
So 9S goes off to do 9S things, and he leaves us all alone with the annoying auto-scroller.
司令部に登録することを提案。
ダメ。きっと 9S には考えがある。
トゥビー、僕は空母に搭載予定だったミサイルを使用できないか試
This
してみま
part
す。
isn't too bad
コントロールを
casually,
妨害されないよ
although
う
it does get
敵の背
grating
面
in
にある
ending B when you do it the
EMP 攻
second
撃ユ
time.
ニットを破壊しておいてください。
了解。
The first time it's an alright experience. Alright, so now we're coming up to the second power core. We just do the same thing as we did in the previous one. We just smack the shiny balls. That's to get them. Didn't quite get the one cycle or two cycles, that's right. Missile the core again. The missiles are just stupidly strong. Now Gron's going to give us a little lockout and just send us flying. This auto scroller does drag on for way too long. But we're coming up to the end of it soon, and then we're back to the fun stuff. So the final floor is approaching, where we do the same thing as we did the previous two. Because why do anything different? If I get that one in time, that's fine. Now we just gotta pick up this last little bit here and then double missile strike. And Grun is finally over. So yeah, we get cutscenes and loading triggers, or loading screens. Oh, whoops. So here we jump over here and we just void out over here, which brings us back on top of the bridge, saves a bit of time in just general movement. We do a similar thing just up ahead. But, yeah. And then after that we have to find Nier, who is in the copied city, which means that we have another out of bounds to do to get there quickly. So yeah, we just head up this pipe here. And then it's probably the most precise trick in terms of angle from the run. So hopefully I get it in a few attempts. I'm going to go for the old version of the trick because I find that easier personally. But we just heavy hold and pop through. I accidentally used my dash, so I couldn't punch her, but we still made it. So the skip was good. And in Copied City, we fight Adam for the third time because why not keep using the same enemy over and over again? It makes sense from a story perspective, but so yeah, we just climb over the corpses of our allies and head into the arena. Now, Adam really enjoys talking, like a lot. So we have a clip here which I just got to get the right angle. I think that's alright. This is another precise one. Let's see if I can get this.
そうした人類への渇望が生み出した場所の一つ。君たちアンドロイドの墓場にはもったいない崇高な場所だろう。私たちは人類の特徴を学び、模倣する。あるものは愛、そしてあるものは家族。
Oh, just randomly sniped by a cube.
私は気づいた。人類の本質は
Oh well.
戦い。
Alright, if I'm gonna keep getting snapped by tears, then it's gonna go hard over here.
それが人間だ。
So Adam will just talk for a while. Attacking him doesn't do anything.
崇拝する人間たち。
He just does his own thing. So we just wait for phase 2 to begin.
それが真実。
And then from there, it's the usual
人類の本
buffs
質
and
に
then
到達した。
taunt and damage glitch, and he goes down super fast. Well, because of the lack of chips we have, maybe not so fast, but
真が理解できない。
alright. Here we go.
ネットワークから自分を切り離した。さあ、殺し合おう。
Alright. So we apply buffs. And then taunt. Damage glitch. The game hates it because it's registering too many numbers. So it runs at like, well, at an interesting pace. So after he gets to about half to about a quarter health, we just have to wait for phase 3. So we just have to wait for him to do whatever it is he's doing. There we go. And he's not happy. So once again we just buff. And we do this until he's down. Should be soon, there you go. And then we go get 9S. And now here we do the same text. I mean, we overwrite commander dialogue with random NPC dialogue, so we immediately get the mail. And now we head to the factory. And there's my corpse from before when the boar killed me. Back to dash swinging.
ああ、2B さん、どうしたんですか？最近の機械生命体の動向について何か気づいたことがあれば教えて。最近の機械生命体の動向ですか？そういえば2日前、中央ネットワークから外れた機械生命体たちから和平協定の連絡がありました。和平協定？ええ、ネットワークの支配から離れた者たちが
We find a few robots that have decided to take up religion. It didn't work out so well for them, but that's just how it is.
はい、廃工場に逃げ込んでいるようです。興味があるようでしたら場所を転送します。お願い。私もそろそろ話に行かないといけないと思っていたので、現地で合流しましょう。了解。
Oh. Maybe I should have got it, just in case. It'll be fine. Now Pascal just pops in here. So, yeah, forced into a really slow walk for Pascal, just talks for ages. There we go. Oh, whoops. Oh yeah, we can spam torch in here to make some of the people angry. Oh, I was a bit too far away. So yeah. Now we just hang out here, wait for the guy to unlock the elevator for us. We can clip out here, but it doesn't help. Because we have to get the elevator trigger, I'm pretty sure is the reason. We just have to wait for this guy to slowly roll over. Make him angry. Talk to Pascal here to overwrite dialogue again, which makes the elevator ride slightly quicker. Like, very slightly, it's not much of a difference. Now, as you can see, they're having a jolly old time here with their beliefs. Once again, no real way to speed this up. Alright, so here I'm just going to farm XP on these while waiting for the door to open. So, just get them in the bowl and then chuck my sword in. Hope it all works out.
いいから逃げる。バカ、こちら 2B 廃工場跡地で適正機械生命体と遭遇。脱出ルートの確保を要請。
通信環境が不安。
救援信号ループ発信。
Alright, so now we just head over here. So upcoming is Deep Factory Skip. There's a lot of parts for this one, so bear with me while I attempt it. So to start with, we go down to the bottom floor. Because we have a mandatory trigger to talk to 9S as this robot. And then we need to void out somehow, and there's a massive amount of ways we can void out, but this is just the way I know. So we void out, which reloads the elevator so we can leave. Also the 9S robot just randomly standing up again. So we ride the elevator back up to where we were. And then we have to hit once again another mandatory trigger. But to do that, rather than going through the factory the normal path, we just gotta just clip onto that there, alright. So now we jump over here. Spam that. Oh, I didn't quite get the angle there. I think I spammed SD a bit too much there. Now I've got to clip back on top again. There we go. Alright. I fucked up a bit, but I got half the skip, so that's good. That saves around about a minute, because that just skips us halfway through, and then stairs are hard apparently. This does mean that I have to attempt to go past the crushes, which is going to be horrifying, but we'll see how it goes. Probably going to take it super safe because hitboxes from the crushes is super jank, and they instantly kill you. Alright, successfully passed the crushes, that's a massive relief. From here we just proceed through the path, avoiding all enemies because they just slow us down at this point. Kill him. Let's do a safety save here, just in case anything happens to go wrong. Because the game is very prone to crashing right at the end. because there's nothing quite like being on PB pace and then having the game crash. So upcoming is Bokushi, which is a giant ball. Same strats as for all other fights apply, we just buff and immediately kill. There is some fun little things you can do on that bridge, because you basically do the bridge skip from earlier, but you sit up the top. In all my practice with that, I always seem to get stuck there when I've never seen anyone else get stuck there. So I'm just going to avoid that just in case it happens. So in this phase, we just have to wait for the power to go out. So it's just running around and dodging. Shooting because may as well. Now we have the longest 98% ever. So, because apparently the last 2% is equivalent to copying a file, where the last part is just that. There we go. So we buff. And I'm going to go for a safety thing here where we hit a leg, which brings out this, and then just do the double damage glitch again. Now here he's going to turn into a ball. Or we just have to tap him one more time. There we go. And that's Bokushi down. And now we're up to the final boss rush stretch of the game. Hopefully it all goes well. Hopefully there's no deaths. It's going to be interesting with no resilience, but we'll see how it goes. So this is the factory that we're in Prologue. We can do the same skip we did there again. So we come over into this corner here, flip out to this side, although this time we can lock onto enemies, which is always awful. Oh, speaking of, let's just get him out of the way. He's going to kill himself anyway. There we go. Now we just skip all of this again. We just head over, and we are out of the factory.
Yeah.
Eve's not happy because his brother's dead, but he'll be alright. So now we just dash swing back to the resistance camp. Now these stubbies have like scary faces and have electricity now, so that's always good. Just try not to get stuck in a dodge lock with them because it just wastes time. So there's my corpse again from the ball. Now the resistance camp is having a bad time, but that's just how it is. Now these first pack of mobs we can just run straight past and apparently that's fine. But we do have to fight the enemies in this section. We do spot, and then the usual combat. I'm really feeling the lack of buff bits here, but we're getting through them. Then we have this big guy. There we go. I probably should have rebuffed there, but it all worked out. Now, I think I can grab another safety save here, just in case once again the game crashes. Yep, alright, so I'll just do that. And now we fight the boss that we just fought before again. So here he's got an electrified water field, and I don't have resilience, so I'm going to get knocked back. So we'll just cheekily break off his thing here, and then do the usual combat again. Have the game not like it. And we'll just absolutely shred him. Now he turns into a ball again, although this time he's a bit more annoying to defeat in his ball form. Alright, that worked out well. Now we have this guy, I can't remember his name, but this guy, we bait him over to the hill so that we can actually hit him with our sword rather than only using projectiles. And hopefully we can get him soon. There we go, looking good. Alright. Not much to do here, because we're waiting for a cutscene. Now there's a giant worm, which for some reason has less health than that small amount of food that we just fought there. But I wouldn't think about it too much. Just heading back over to Pascal's, the entrance to Pascal's village, to save them from generic mobs. And now we just smack this guy a few times. Should hopefully drop thing, there we go. We'll drop it up. And now we head to Eve, which is the final boss of the game. So we just gotta wait for them to finish talking here, and then Eve will scream and blow everything up. There he goes. Alright, now we just hope that I don't die. That was a scary start. So same stuff applies as before. We buff, taunt, damage glitch, and without resilience I keep getting knocked back, but we're all good. We got platforms, which is unfortunate. We lose a bit of time here, but it's not too big a deal. Sort of rebuff. Alright, so now he's entering phase 2. We just wait for him to go back to full health, and then we do the exact same thing again.
周りの奴らのエネルギーを吸ってるのか。
拉致が開かない。イブにハッキングして停止させてみる。トゥービー援護せ。
了解。ハッキング中の 9S 本体を防衛する。
So because 9S is trying to hack Eve currently, which means we have to get his health low again. Alright, so that's another phase down. Now we're in his ranged phase, which is arguably his scariest one. So here is where we use the skill salve to halve the length of the lasers, because, well, if we're using lots of range, we may as well get the fastest form of damage going up quickly. Those. Don't need melee here. He's not a happy boy. Should be almost through this phase shortly. Very good. Alright, now we're in a staggered stance, and we still have to do the ranged attacks that we had before. So we just do buff. We can't laser anymore, we can still taunt. There are a lot of invisible platforms that you can get stuck on, but with buffs on and all that, we should be fine regardless of what he does to us. He's almost down. Also, time for the run will be when the cutscene starts with 9S. So it's just a few minutes or a few seconds of cutscene here, and then yeah, then that is the run.
巻き戻ることはできるから。
でもそれじゃ今の君は戻ってこない。
そうだね。汚染データをバンカーにアップロードするわけにもいかないから。
Nice, he's not having a good day. There we go, and that's time. So yeah, thank you for that. It's a fun run. Now I just got to get out of this cutscene, which has amazing music though. And then, nice happy message from Square Enix saying that you got to play the game again. So yeah, that's Nier.